All right. So moving forward, my friends, I'm introducing Joel Dumaresq. He's the president and CEO of Christina Lake Cannabis. That's Christina Lake Cannabis. And the brand new ticker on the OTCQB, I believe, is CLCFF. Did I get that right, Joel?
You certainly did. Thanks, Patrick. Dead on.
No problem. No problem. And you look practically angelic with the
Yeah.
sun coming in behind you there.
Yeah, you might want to talk to my wife about that. She might have something to say about that. But
Good, good.
It's yeah, the sun just came up, so unfortunately, we were doing really well until a moment ago. But I think unfortunately, we're going to have to suffer through that. And somebody.
No worries, man. No worries. You do your thing. I'll let you have the floor.
Okay, thanks so much. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just run a short video. So I'm going to throw that on for a moment. And while that's going, I might be able to do something about the sun behind me. So just give me 1 second here to fire up the screen.
Nestled within the sun-kissed southern edge of British Columbia is Christina Lake, where clear waters and hot summers offer a tranquil paradise. And in this serene setting, something special is happening. This location provides the best possible natural outdoor environment for cultivating cannabis. But not just any cannabis. Premium, sun-grown plants refined into consistently high-quality products. Here on our 32-acre licensed site, our growing conditions and well-established cultivation techniques position us for profitability and growth. This is Cannabis 2.0. Using proprietary genetics, our master growers have hand-selected strains that have proven superior for outdoor cultivation. The genetic distinctiveness of our plants means a higher yield at a lower cost, so we can offer our customers and partners superior products at a fraction of the prices charged by indoor and greenhouse growers. Helped by the reliable climate and the expertise of our master growers, our inaugural harvest in 2020 exceeded expectations. We produced 32,500 kilograms of high-quality refined cannabis, and we are now extracting exceptional THC and CBD oils. Supported by our know-how, we've built a sustainable business that will meet the sector's needs as it matures. And our 99-acre expansion will give us a potential extraction capability of 85,000 kilograms. By integrating our cultivation and extraction processes and ensuring a stable supply chain, Christina Lake Cannabis maintains top quality and consistency. We will broaden our wholesale portfolio to include other refined products, such as distillate and isolate, ensuring our supply partners become market leaders. Christina Lake Cannabis is built for global expansion. With our best-in-class standards, we're poised to become a leader in the international cannabinoid industry as we gain access to Europe and other markets. Our company is built, operated, and supported by our community, and we've made a long-term commitment to give back. As the largest employer in Christina Lake, we'll provide growth and prosperity to the region and our stakeholders. Christina Lake Cannabis, naturally exceptional.
Okay, perfect. Great. Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching the video and for your time here today. Christina Lake Cannabis, we are one of Canada's largest outdoor cannabis growers, and we're located in Christina Lake, which is in south central British Columbia, just above the US border. And that's important because Christina Lake is the, so to speak, Napa Valley of growing cannabis in Canada. If you can think of how well Napa's suited to wine and to grapes, that's exactly what we have with Christina Lake in terms of its suitability in terms of climate and location for growing cannabis. The main things that give us such strong growing features are very, very dry climate. If you can think of Christina Lake as the warmest lake in Canada, it is also very, very nutrient-rich soil. And then we also have very, very strong winds that blow down through the valley. And what that does is it taxes the root structure of the plants, and it causes them to go much, much deeper into the soil. which gives us not only massive yields off of these plants. Some of our plants in the past year were as high as 10 feet tall and 10 feet wide. So very, very robust plants that give us very, very strong yields. But also the plant stalk becomes very, very strong and very, very wide. So that's why I ran the video. I wanted you to get a sense of just how prolific this is and how large scale this operation is. This is one of the largest outdoor grow operations in Canada. And to the best of my knowledge, we had one of the largest, if not the largest ever outdoor harvests with our harvest this past fall. What else can I tell you? In addition to being a very, very good locale for growing cannabis, we also have phenomenal capabilities for expansion. So our core facility, which you saw in the video, is about 35 acres. We also have an additional 99-acre property, which is there for expansion that we have the capacity to grow into and expand over the next number of years. So we will be able to take our current harvest of about 32,000 kilos of dried cannabis product, and ultimately we'll be able to expand that to upwards of 100,000 kilos of product over the next few years. What we also have on site is we have our own purpose-built extraction facility. So we have a world-class extraction facility that we've built over the last 2.5 years that's based on CO2 extraction. So we made a decision on the heels of the fact that we are producing a very natural sun-grown product. We made a decision that we wanted to stick with CO2 extraction, which of course is much easier on the biomass and gives us a much higher quality oil. So out of our extraction facility, we're producing everything from crude oil through to a winterized oil. We're also producing a full spectrum oil. And then we have the ability to go right down to things like distillate, THC distillate. What you'll find with our operation is that we are using our own genetics. So the genetics that have been developed for Christina Lake were developed by our 4 master growers who have been growing in that vicinity, through the legacy industry for many, many years. And they have developed over 175 specialized cannabis strains that are unique to the outdoor environment. And from those strains, we've been able to harvest over 600,000 seeds, which make up a very, very strong seed bank. So in addition to the cultivation license that we possess, in addition to the extraction license we possess, we also have an R&D license, and we're using our R&D license to develop these strains so that we can get higher and higher potency THC and cannabis off of our property. So some of our strains, we planted 8 individual strains last year, and in some cases we were getting as high as 16 to 25% THC content off of those strains. So very, very high in comparison to what you would see typically with an indoor or a greenhouse producer. So really the key things that differentiate ourselves from other producers of cannabis are the fact that we are very natural, number one. We don't have any insecticides or pesticides in our product. It's grown very naturally. Number two, we're very, very low cost. So our costs in comparison to the indoor and the greenhouse producers, where 95% of the production in Canada comes from, is about 10 to 20% of their cost. So we're very, very low cost. Not only do we undercut the indoor and the greenhouse producers, but we also dramatically undercut the black market or the gray market here in Canada, which of course has been a challenge for a lot of the legal producers, but isn't a problem for us because we're able to grow on such large scale and in the open daylight, whereas of course the illegal industry can't do that. They have to grow indoors and they don't have the cost advantages we have. So another major advantage. One of the other things that we're using with Christina Lake to our benefit is technology. What we've tried to do, this is still farming, but what we've tried to do is use technology wherever we can find it. And I'll give you a couple examples of the type of technology that we're using. We have out in our field, so again, think of 25 acres with cannabis. You saw again on the video just how big that is. It would take literally thousands of man hours of time to go out and check every one of the 25 plants that we have growing in the field to make sure they're getting enough water and getting enough nutrition. So what we've done is we've sourced drone technology out of China, and we have a drone system with a little bit of an airport in the middle of our facility, and the drones take off. They're on a fixed system where they take off, they fly the entire field, and they're able to determine if certain plants are getting underwatered or underfed. And then that information through telemetry comes back to our office, and then we're able to dispatch people to go out and adjust our watering or our nutrition to those plants. And that ensures that we get, you know, very, very strong returns out of the plants, and can also identify if part of our irrigation system is broken down or anything like that, or if we have something like a pest that might be attacking the field. We'll also see that on the thermal images that the plants are under attack. We can go out and adjust and react to that. So that's one set of technology that we're using. Another set of technology is in our extraction building, where we're now using what's known as a co-solvent system, brand new system that we've been testing with a company called Vitalis that makes advanced extraction, CO2-based extraction technology. And what we found is that that has accelerated our extraction dramatically. It previously would have taken us 10 to 12 months to extract our entire year's crop because the volume is so high. And with this co-solvent technology, we're now finding that we can accelerate that and get that all done within 3 to 4 months, which allows us to do a whole host of other things, possibly run and extract hemp and other things during the months where we're not extracting our own products. So it allows us to really augment our financial results. So that really is the story of Christina Lake Cannabis. We're a young company, but we're maturing very, very quickly. We are publicly listed here in Canada under the CSE. The symbol is CLC for Christina Lake Cannabis. And we're also listed on the OTC QB in the US under the symbol CLCFF. And if anybody would like to come and learn more about the company, what I would invite you to do is either contact me. My email is joel@clcannabis.com, or come visit us at our website. There's lots of great information on the company and what we're doing and what our expansion plans are. And you can find us at www.christinalakecannabis.com. So thank you so much to everyone. Sorry for the technology snafu we had at the beginning with the video, but it's really a pleasure to be part of Benzinga again and have an opportunity to speak with your constituency.
It's absolutely our pleasure, Joel. Thanks for joining us. And I have a question from the chat I'd love to throw up for you if you don't mind. Also, shout out to Joel's team, Jamie Frawley over there, and the folks. They work very hard and very quickly, I might add. So really, really fun company to work with. So here's one from the chat, Joel. What would you say, and you alluded to this a little bit with sort of the cost differential, but what would you say separates you from the other Canadian-based cannabis companies? And I know a lot of the investors, especially the traders that we've got in the chat, they know the names of the big LPs, right? So how do you answer that question?
What differentiates us from other LPs? Oh,
that's right.
I mean, there's very few, Patrick, LPs in Canada that are growing outdoors, and even fewer that have actually been able to deliver a successful outdoor crop. It's not easy. I mean, this is complex. Not when you're growing indoors, you can control most of the factors. You can control your lighting, you can control rainfall and those types of things. When you're growing outdoors, you've got a lot more complexity. So we have proven that through the expertise of the founders that we have, the guys that have been growing for 25 years in the Christina Lake area, that we're able to do it. We're able to do it consistently. In fact, these guys while growing privately, never lost a single crop in 25 years. So that's very, very unique. We also, I would say, what else differentiates us is that when we set out on this project, we saw ourselves as a cultivator. We started, okay, we're going to grow outdoor cannabis. We're going to grow really good, high quality outdoor cannabis that can compete not only favorably with indoor product, but also much more cost effectively with indoor product. That's how we started out. What's happened is we've turned our view now about 180 degrees. Now what we see ourselves as is a extractor with our own dedicated supply of cannabis, the cheapest dedicated supply of cannabis in Canada. So unlike some of the other big extractors in Canada, there's a handful of them that specialize in extraction. They buy their product on the open market. So they're paying 5, 7, 10 times the price that we input material based on what we're growing outdoors. So it gives us a huge advantage, not only over the other growers, but also over the specialized extractors.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty clear answer to that question, you guys. If you have any others, please send them my way. I appreciate you being on with us, Joel. If there are other questions, I do hope people reach out to you, but I know we'll be hearing from you soon. And congratulations again on your OTC listing.
Oh, thanks so much, Patrick, and pleasure to be with you once again, and look forward to carrying on the conversation the next opportunity.
All right, Joel. Take care, my friend.
Alrighty. Take care. Bye-bye.